We are emotional creatures before we are rational creatures. We have an emotional reaction to events before we have a rational reaction to events. That's just the way we're wired.
Bradbury is humorous.
If you exercise the muscle, it will grow and you will build strength. If you sit behind a desk trying to balance California's budget, something else will happen. There's this great Fast Company article like 5 years ago where, up-and-coming tech firms were thinking, yeah, we can hire 7 engineers and put them in like 180 square feet. You know what I mean? They can even share the same desk. If their computers are touching, that's okay. They don't care.
Enlightening.
I'm going to help you explore something that is going to change how you see yourself. It's also going to change how you see those around you, those you work with, and other people in your life. But more importantly, it's going to change how you go about doing your job.
These 4 skills that I've introduced you to today, self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management, tend to trickle into everything you do at work. We experience 27 discernible emotions every hour. That means 500 emotional experiences every single day if you pay attention to them.
Inspirational.
Emotions drive behavior. You ignore them to your detriment.
If I can just get you to have some kind of tidbit that enters your awareness, that changes your behavior, that's all it takes.
Here's the thing you need to remember about change and about increasing EQ. You are building new neural pathways when you practice. Your brain loves efficiency. It wants to make it easy on you.
Experiential.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not going to touch him because the dentist who prepared the tooth for the inlay should finish the job.
Tell you what, I'd be pretty bent out of shape if one of my best friends went to somebody else for some emotional intelligence keynoting. In this case, Jerry does something fantastic. He listens to Rob. He realizes that it's not going to make the situation any better to get mad because Rob's so busy being mad at himself.
Insightful.
I think in work, the reason we can become so self-centered is it's very easy to overvalue how much of a role we play in the success of a project, the success of a task, the success of our business, and undervalue the role that other people play. So your point of focus becomes what you're going to say next, what you think about this, what you think about that, instead of what's going on with them. When you're trying to develop self-awareness, you need to lean into discomfort a little bit. You need to be willing to see the things that you're doing that you should change. Or see the things that are getting the better of you and you don't realize it. The biggest mistake people make when they're doing this is what I like to call, you spot it, you got it.
Relevant.
I actually got contacted by a CEO of a company called Tone Check. It's like a spell check, but they actually check the tone of your email. Think about it. So many of us make a mistake in this that there's a company that's trying to help people out with this. But why do we do it? It's because we're trying to win the battle. We're trying to prove that we're right instead of trying to enhance the quality of the relationship.
My advice that I give to people is, we call it Honest Abe's Rule of Netiquette. Abe Lincoln used to write letters to his political adversaries and vent and say all the things that he wanted to say to them, and then he would fold them up, put them in the drawer, and if he still felt like sending it the next day, he would. He never sent a single letter. So write the email, get it out, give yourself some time, and then send the edited version, or go talk to the person.
This is the one that got a lot of attention and got an HBR. And what you're looking at here is emotional intelligence by job title. As you move up the corporate ladder, we find that emotional intelligence goes up. Once you move to director level and above, and certainly as you reach the C-suite, it's a ski slope. It's a black diamond. Well, it's a double black diamond, actually, on the way down there. Well, why is this? Because the other thing we find is that within each of these job titles, the best performers are those with the highest level of emotional intelligence. So even though CEOs have the lowest emotional intelligence in the workforce, the top performing CEOs are those with the highest EQs.
Interactive.
Okay, by the same token, what percentage of top performers are high in EQ? 30? I wouldn't have a job if it was 30. 90. Bingo, 90, very good. There's a floor mic there, and there's a floor mic there. I'd really love to hear your questions. This is honestly the best part of every one of these sessions I do, is getting to hear how this material sort of triggers challenges in people's minds as it relates to applying this in their work.